Hi everyone, hope you are doing well from wherever you're watching this channel, depending on your time zone. Now, there's a story that was shared in Taifa Leo about the 2032 succession politics. And in that story, Khalwale is revealing the secret agreement between William Samoei Ruto and some of the Western region leaders who are supporting his presidential candidature in 2022. And who are now still with him. That is Musalia Mudavadi and Wetangula. What was the agreement? And what about Rigathi Gachagwa or Mount Kenya factor in that? And here is the headline. Urais Khalwale afichua siri. Viongozi kutoka jamii ya Waluya walikubaliana kumuunga mkono Rais William Ruto na serikali yake ya Kenya Kwanza alipoahidi kumuunga mkono mmoja wao kumrithi 2032. Senator wa Kakamega Bwana Khalwale afichua. If you read the story, of course, it's obvious thing that even Khalwale has come out to talk about. Now, if we are talking about 2032 succession politics, the fact would be that Ruto will not be on ballot, and the possibility of Raila Amolo Odinga being on the ballot could be zero. In 2027, Raila factor is still there. It is much strong. So, kama tunaongea mambo ya politics the Western region, we have to forget about 2027. Ruto factor and Raila factor. Whether Raila is supporting someone or whether he will be on ballot. So, we talk of 2032. Now, with 2032, there are several factors that would be considered. But what I can tell you here, going by what we have seen, with all the presidents we have had in this country, from the first one now to the fifth, William Ruto, none of these individuals have supported their deputy, apart from Kenyatta 1. Kenyatta 1 defended Moi, even when they plotted to remove him, just because they were seeing he was aging, and there was someone to succeed him. So they were trying to make sure that Moi will not be the next person in line. But Kenyatta defended Moi. But come to other people after him, Moi, up to even Uhuru Kenyatta, they have always seen their number two as a threat. And because of that, they have never supported them. There will be not much big difference from that one between Ruto and Gachagwa. What I can tell you here on this camera, and you can take it to the bank, Ruto will never support Gachagwa in 2032. But what I don't know is if Gachagwa will be the president in 2032. But I can tell you Ruto will not support Gachagwa because of the obvious reason. Because after the next election, Gachagwa, kama watashinda, I'm not sure if they will win, but kama watashinda, because mbinu za kushinda ni nyingi tu. IBC, they can read their figures and make someone president. That one has been proved and tested. The 2017 election and 2022 has proved that IBC can read their figures and announce someone and make someone president. So, if these individuals will be there, kama watachukua serikali, the next thing Gachagua will start to do will to start campaigning for 2032. That alone will make Gachagua to be an enemy number one of William Ruto. So Ruto will not support Gachagua. And therefore, that tells you that possibility of Ruto supporting someone from Western, either Mudavadi or Wetangula, is there. Now, going by that, we have also other individuals in the Western region, Oparanya, Eugene Wamalwa, and of course, the Nairobi governor, Johnson Sakaja, is also a factor in this. So the question is, how would the Western regional politics go in 2032? Would that person become the president? Those are also questions to debate about. And who is this individual? So the Raila factor, we are saying that in 2032, Raila might not be there on ballot or in active politics. Hata kama atakuwa active politics, he might not be vying. Because of that, Luyas, maybe from there, they can decide to make their political position, and by that time, because they have been supporting another person, it will be the right person, they support one of their own. So possibility of Luyas having a candidate supporting, kama itakuwa ni 60%, 70%, at least they will have someone to support. Lakini kama Raila ngali kwa ballot, wengi watampigia kura. So 2032 hata kweko. So possibility of Luyas making a decision in 2032 is there. But again, with all those possibilities, will the person that Ruto is going to support win the presidency? That's also another question. There's a difference between being supported and winning. As president, you are serving. Then going by the way in which these people are operating, they are failing, total failure. So whoever Ruto will be supporting, if he will come out to campaign for that person, it will be a clear ticket to home. Kama ni Mudavadi, Mululu direct. Kama ni Wetangula, Bungoma direct. They cannot win with support of Ruto in active campaign because his regime is failing. It has become a disgrace to this country. So that's also another factor. You should not celebrate. But what we can tell Gachagwa is that no one will support him if Ruto is the person he's banking on. Another factor is that there will be no other community that will be ready to support a candidate from Mount Kenya. For that factor, a Kikuyu. Because of the obvious reason. You know what happened in 2007? It was Kikuyu against all. There was that urgent feeling that we need to support another person from a different community that is not a Kikuyu. That's why it was Kikuyu against all. But again, as fate will have it, IBC, they will read their figures and make someone president. So Gachagwa should know, if he will be on ballot, because we know already there is a war, he will maybe have only the Kikuyu vote. But the majority of other communities might not speak his language. And to show you that there is indeed a serious fight in Kenya Kwanza, just check on Malala's statement after Malala was seen with Gachagwa jogging, doing exercise during the Western Region tour. What happened? The next move was to start a fight on ANC party and Ford Kenya. It tells you that Malala was paid with good handsome money, with handsome pay. Gachagwa alipea Malala a brown envelope, a good one. And that's why Malala staged a fight on ANC and Ford Kenya. So once you are fighting these two, who is the beneficiary? It is Gachagwa. Because Gachagwa has realized that Ruto might not support him in the next election. So he started by staging a fight on his main rival and opponents in Kenya Kwanza. Ile mambo yenye Malala anaongea si mambo ya labda Ruto. Inaweza kuwa ni mambo ya Gachagwa. Na kama ni mambo ya Ruto, ni kutaka tu hizi vyama zivunjike, zikuwe chama kimoja imsaidie. Lakini sio kutaka Gachagwa ashinde. No. That's a big no. So the fight we are seeing is telling you that Gachagwa ameanza kujipanga because he is sensing that Ruto might not support him. So with that, there's a division. Other factors to consider. Tunaguzia tu kijuju, not deep. It will be finances. Kama wewe ni Mluya unataka kuwa kwa politics, sababu leo tunaongelea tu sasa ya Western sana sana. Do you have enough money? Among those candidates, Eugene Wamalwa ako na pesa ya kutosha? Sababu kulikuwa na election hapa, ile yenye Kibaki alikuwa anahusika, kulikuwa na kijana Wamalwa and others. The big factor there was financial muscles. Hata Charity Ngilu alishindwa, kijana Wamalwa hakuwa na pesa ya campaign, and people were not ready even to support him through contribution, michango. So Kibaki stood up, alikuwa na pesa, and the Mount Kenya Foundation was ready to support him. So money factor will also come into play. Kwa saizi among these leaders, Mudavadi ndio anaonekana pale ako na pesa. Wetangula bado lakini hayuko vibaya sana. Eugene Wamalwa bado lakini hayuko vibaya sana. Then Oparanya hatujui mifuko yake inasema nini. Then Sakaja there bado anakusanya pesa. But Mudavadi has money. The question is he ready to use that money? Huyu si maskini. Aliachiwa mali na baba, amekuja akakuwa pale, baba yake sio Raila. Amekuja akakuwa pale kwa uongozi wa Moi in good positions. He has made money, he is in real estate business. Amekuwa pale for long time. So there is old money and new money. Ako nazo zote. Sasa hivi ako kwa serikali bado anatengeneza. The question is he ready to use this money or to invest in serious politics? Because once you do not invest in this politics financially, you can't. You cannot. Hata kama IBC na kupewa, you cannot. So those are some of the factors. But what I can tell you here is that Ruto will not support Gachagwa in 2032. Other factors will come into play, and this is just the beginning of the serious fight within Kenya Kwanza. So in Western region there are so many factors. Kama mko na pesa na uwezo wa kuunganisha watu pamoja, people are speaking different languages here. Kama kutakuwa na mtu mwenye ako serious na ako na pesa ako tayari kutumia, you can bring the Mulembe nation together, and that can be a serious card that unahitaji tu mtu mmoja kusaidia, kama ni Kalonzo ama kura za Nyanza region. Na Nyanza mtapataje kura kama bado mnatusi Raila? How? You have to appeal. I don't know your views, but that is the emerging politics in Kenya Kwanza. Serious division is going to be there, and a serious fight is going to be mounted in Kenya Kwanza coalition.